What's up, G.I. Joe fans? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, got another cool one for you. We're hanging out here in our G.I. Joe section of our museum, and we have our fourth and final installment video and review of our historical Commanders edition from our G.I. Joe Classic Collection. We've been getting a lot of awesome comments and positive feedback about these historical Commanders figures, G.I. Joe figures. And a lot of people wanted to know when we were going to do a video on Dwight D. Eisenhower. And we don't like to disappoint our subscribers and our viewership. So today is the day, guys. All the way from 1997, we bring you the G.I. Joe Classic Collection, Historical Commanders Edition, first in the series, General Dwight D. Eisenhower. And as you can see, he comes in this beautiful box. I bought this back in 1997 from Toys R Us. I bought him the same day I bought the General Patton figure. I bought them as a set because they were being sold that way. They came out, they were being released, I should say, they were being released in that fashion. So both of these guys were in Toys R Us, and I couldn't buy one and leave one behind. So I bought both of them that day. I spent over $100 that day. These were $50 after taxes per figure, and they were well worth it. Let's bring this guy down. We talked a little bit about this box. It's heavy. I'm moving it around. It looks like it's easy to move around, but it's got some weight to it, some heft to it. Because it's really carrying a ton of accessories, and it comes with a base. As you can see, I'll get you a top shot of the box here. Here's our Dwight D. Eisenhower in all of his glory there. It's got the base there. Here is the equipment list. I mean, this figure came with a ton of equipment and accessories. Not to mention, like I said, the box. This is a 5-star general. Look at the side of the box here. There's our figure right there. I am a huge history fanatic, history buff. So I love, and especially when it comes to military, I always want to know about these larger than life, iconic military figures. And Hasbro did a fantastic job on researching Dwight D. Eisenhower and really putting all of this information into what you see before you right now. A fantastic figure set, and a true collectible for any G.I. Joe fan, but for any Dwight D. Eisenhower enthusiast, fan, or historian. These, I've always said about this, the historical Commanders Edition series of figures that Hasbro put out, very educational. If you're learning about history, or if you're interested in history, or that's your top subject, especially with the military, you got, it was a 2 to 3 in 1 type deal because of the collectability of these sets. They're beautiful. The information, as you can see here on the side, this beautiful fifth panel, you got a ton of information, history background, biography wise, on Dwight D. Eisenhower. Now this box is in fantastic condition. and display purposes, in or out of the box. And I'm an MIB collector because we own a museum, and we want you to see these figures as they were intended to be seen the first day on a toy store shelf. So that's what our mission here at the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum is all about. But you got so much when you bought this figure, and I thought it was more than worth the $50 huge price tag that came with this figure. It's, $50 was think about it, back in 1997, a $50 for a GI Joe was pretty hefty. Big price to pay. These were not figure sets that were geared for the younger demographic. These were truly collectors sets. As you can see, comes with two beautiful flags. There's his base. He comes holding his trench coat, and I thought that was a nice little twist there with him holding his trench coat as opposed to having it on. So it gives you a better. Our Omar N. Bradley had his trench coat on, and I like the fact that they had Eisenhower's trench coat off, so you can get a better look at his uniform, his outfit. This was the first figure released. I believe Patton was the second figure. I hate those rubber bands. This head sculpt is absolutely gorgeous. It's just beautifully done. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. This is what we do. We hang out in our museum. We bring you action figures from different toy lines that's probably been out of production for decades. So you get a chance to see these beautiful figures as they were first intended to be seen in a toy store here at our museum decades later. And here's a great photo of Dwight D. Eisenhower. You be the judge. There's the real Dwight D. Eisenhower. And here's the head sculpt of Dwight D. Eisenhower. He comes with a ton of equipment. There's his hat. Leggings for, there you go. He's got the post back there for the stand. There's a beautiful patch. Fantastic. Guys, what do you think of our Dwight D. Eisenhower, historical commander? Do you have this guy? Are you looking for this guy? He doesn't come with any weapons. So that was one thing. I didn't care about that. You know, they could have put a holster on him and a pistol, but that was, Eisenhower wasn't seen with a lot of photos taken of Dwight Eisenhower. You didn't see him with a holster and pistols, or any weapons of that that nature. So I thought Hasbro did the right thing by putting this figure, setting him up the way he was set up. Beautiful Garrison's cap there. But they gave him a ton of equipment. He displays beautifully. Like I said, you could display this figure in or out of the box because Hasbro did such a fantastic job. All right, you can see this is C10 museum example quality here. He is factory sealed, and they have him locked in beautifully. He's not going anywhere. Another one of my favorites. Let's turn this box around very gently. Try to be as careful as I possibly can. I haven't seen this particular figure in a while. Get you a blown out shot. And the box is gorgeous. It's just so colorful. Turning this box around and seeing all of this visual goodness, stimulant, as far as all these extra action figures and Joes on the back, and the big picture here of George Patton, made you want to get these guys. Now, George Patton came with his 2 pistols, and George Patton is one of my favorite ones out of this series. I just liked his attitude. And I watched the Patton movie from 1970. I watched it probably, 1,000 times in my lifetime, I should say. It's a great movie. I believe George C. Scott played the role of Patton. And there's his famous dog, Willie. And I just love the fact that they showed you what was coming, what you were going to be getting, what to expect. And here's some more. We have all these figures. So you look at the box, you buy this figure, I'll flip the box over, and I will look at all these other beautiful figures. D-Day Salute was another awesome figure. Tons of equipment, tons of weapons, accessories, you name it. This figure, once again, they were all, this particular figure right here, is D-Day Salute figure, was $50 as well. Very expensive. Here's our astronaut series. And, we did a ton of videos. We have an astronaut playlist. If you want to look at all of our astronaut G.I. Joes and figures, that's on our astronaut playlist. And guys, if you can't find something on our channel, or you're looking for something in particular, let us know. Our super subscribers, we do requests for. You say, how do I become a super subscriber? Very, very easy. You have to be subscribed, for one. And 2, you have to visit the site. You have to visit our channel regularly. And lots of comments. We want to dialogue with you guys. We want to know what you think of the figures, good, bad, or indifferent. We want you to share with us your experiences as far as collecting, because that's what we are. We're a collecting channel. And if we miss something, and by way of information about the figure, about the history of the figure, please let us know. And we get that a lot. I'm a curator, but I've never said I was 100% accurate and a perfect curator. So if there's some stuff that I've missed, I've had my awesome subscribers really comment and leave comments and say, hey, you missed that, or you missed this, or hey, this happened as well, and about that figure. And we encourage all of that. So we're excited. We're excited. We just love collecting. And with this figure right here, if this doesn't get you excited about collecting G.I. Joes, I don't know what will. He is a fantastic figure. You can find this figure on eBay probably for around the same price I paid for it back in 1997. The boxes, unless you're out of the box type guy, you can find this figure loose. But I would say, because of all of the accessories and equipment that he comes with, it'll be tough to find him with all of that intact. I would still look for him in the box and hope that he's sealed. But Cotswold Collectibles is a toy site that I've been dealing with for well over 15 years, and I have a lot of faith in them. I've seen this figure on their website. Didn't check today, but you can always check their website. It's cotswoldcollectibles.com. They have a huge inventory of G.I. Joes. Guys, with that being said, you know the routine. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We got more fun and surprises right around the corner for you guys. Stay tuned. God bless. And keep collecting.